Hello. Welcome to another stream of Voices of the Void. And if you cannot tell, I have a new microphone. It's a Blue Yeti Snowball Ice, by the way. It does sound very good. And I really hope that this helps with the stream quality and all that going forward and such, you know. But besides that, let me think. I have a good plan for today's stream, which is I plan to make much money on Voices of the Void, specifically of the what's it called? There's a little secret by the lake that I'd like to check out. Actually, two secrets by the lake, but you know. Voices of the Void time. And like, for other stuff, I have been downloading things to the asset folder so that I can use them a little later. Oh, and as we will see once we load in, there is something very big that has changed since last time we played. It should be. There we go. Our FPS is much higher now because, well, I've changed how the what's it called? How the roaches work, which is that they were actually the cause of so much lag when we were playing. But now it's fixed. They're no longer as laggy as it was before. Before anything, we've probably got to do a report for the day. EGT. Let's see, EGT. EGT is a pretty close approximation. Let's ping the server's kilos down. KNX. KXH. Let me write this down in chat. KXH are those plus EGT. So let's see. What's a good round? K is in the inner circle. X is a little bit outside from there. And H I can get. So let's do KX. KXH. GT. So there we go. Let me reduce the size of Twitch chat just a little bit. There we go. So I'm gonna get a kilo first. Yeah, I'd like to get our tasks done first before I do any of the funky stuff I'm thinking about doing. Oh, and there is a very important thing I need to buy them before I go out. Send out 2 of those. Let's see. Let's use this. Just putting whatever down here. nothing in this. Should just take a there we go. Potatoes, scrap, and a repair kit, which I'll actually take. I remembered how to use it now. What is that? You just like slip it into the machine. You don't use it from the inventory. You literally have to like pull it out and then manually slide it into the disc slot, which is, it's intuitive but annoying. These are just calibrations and all that. There we go. Speed up target, X-ray. We're kind of starving a little bit, which ain't great, I'll tell you that much. Having ideas for, like, maybe I should go to the, what's it called? Go to the base between these and eat, just so that we don't, like, tire out. It's an idea, for sure. See, there is a little spoiler thing I do know, which is there's a thing called basalt pillars out somewhere, and thinking about them, I kept thinking of those white pillars that are just like around, they're like, you know, waymarks, obviously. I kept thinking that they were related to that. There was also a hint I was given a little while back for, what's it called? Emmy told me that there is something I should probably check out around TR3, around the logs. Apparently there's something you can dig up with the shovel, apparently. Now mind you, I've not found the shovel yet, but I have some idea of where to find one, which is possibly related to where we are going a little bit later today by the lake. Can I confirm this? No, not really, but, well, deny it? No. I don't really know what's out there, but I've got ideas. It feels good to have a lot more performance this time compared to last. Must be the server then. There we go. We're already halfway done. This is very convenient that they're all like in like the same sort of listing where you can just get a couple of them done and all that. Target G golf. I'll say slowly as time goes on, I'm just gonna become significantly better at reading the native phonetic alphabet at a certain point. Like, I don't know, is that really like a skill? Or is it just about remembering what letters are what, you know? Is this golf? This is golf. Okay. One of my main things I really dislike is how the 0 and O's look really similar on this sometimes. 06. E22. Oh, E22A351F. Next is Echo. Alright. While we continue driving, I do have a little plan in mind for a future stream. But it's not Voice of the Void related. That being, I have plans to do more Isaac streams. I've been doing a lot of it offline, but I'm in, like, the final stretch of my playthrough. Well, playthrough 1 of the game. As I currently have, like, less than 100... What happened there? I don't think I dismounted. I'll grab the ATV in just a second. Am I just hungry? I assume. Ash. Alright. We'll hit up the base before we go over to Tango. 1BAC81E. Definitely hunger striking. Which way is the base? Oh, wait a minute. I can just get on from here. I'm wondering where the base is. Well, there's the giant radio tower, like, right there. No, that's just me being me, I guess. And, failing directionally. Unsure. Do the roaches eat MREs? That is one thing I do need to figure out. I guess I can't get over that. And also, I mean, I guess I do need to set coordinates to Tango. And check my download. Yep, there we go. Save that. Interesting. Not really. And this is processed. We're all in the same general direction. And I'll wait for this, as I have to text a friend something. Oh yeah, I should probably also do a calibration while I'm out here. SD.cal all. And let me do a quick TR check. TR check. Yeah, they're all good. They're all relatively close, at least. Maybe up just a little higher. Positive. Oh, we have to go negative. Nope. I hate my mouse wheel sometimes. There we go. Just make sure I'm part of this can go. Before I go, I don't think I've actually fully tested what happens if I just sprint full force at this. Yep. It just makes a big thud. Oh man. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was kind of that. To a certain degree. A little bit of reverse driving, but you know. Oh, right. Tango is by the river, so we will be able to find the thing I'm looking for. I think this is it. Just gonna... Alright. Just gonna take a quick look-see. And, of course, auto-save. How do I pull this out? Come on. Get out of there. Still crouched. Of course it breaks from there. Actually, I think I need to move the ATV over. Maybe? I don't know if I fully... Get out of there. One thing is, I just don't know if I'm strong enough to pull this barrel out here. Alright. The problem at the moment is actually getting this thing out of there. That's not good. Actually... God, this is dumb. There we go. That was insane. Now I need to grab that. And this is why there are a bunch of MREs inside of that thing. So we'll come back here after I go to T. Slowly getting dark. Now I do also know there's one other thing in this lake. That being, there is a safe lodged in the bottom. But we need the scuba gear if I am ever to get that. Well, that's convenient. Tango went down as soon as we got here. There we go. So let's grab that barrel and get back to base. we'll get back over there, though. We'll take the path here over to, what's this, Whiskey, I think. Though there is something a little bit amiss, which is the barrel only has 50 MREs inside. What I have been told is that there are actually supposed to be 300 MREs. So, I don't know if there's something up with that or what exactly. Also, I mean, we're just like to have a barrel for use, you know. I would have liked to stay over there, but there are things that need done at home base before I do that. Have weird ambience right now. So let's see. I don't need these. They're trash. So let's grab this and bring it over here. There we go. So decided to use some of those. Well, good thing I got multiple of these. Because we just filled our first one. So let's send in the drone. There is one thing that we can do while we wait, which is apparently the rocks outside sell for a decent bit of cash. Well, we need something to fill up the box. I guess we'll get our other thing ready. Maybe store one or two more rocks inside. Nope, that's about everything that can fit in there. That. Let's see. Everything's all good here. Medkit got moved there. But I think that might just be some weird saving stuff. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, bad news. What? Okay. 26 entities on the map. Totally fine. let's go to the tower and see if we can find anything up here. No. There's something's inside the base. It's gotta be. Something's like blue glowing in there. It's close up, but what is going on? There's like a weird like blue light. Can't turn anything on. 8 entities. Not really seeing anything at the moment. Nothing there. Let's check the basement. More blue light tubes. What? So maybe that's something different. Something happened, and come on. There we go. Oh crap. What? Whoa, that is interesting. Too tired. Now that was a really cool event. I thought that was something else, because I've seen I've mentioned before, I know a decent little bit about Voice of the Void, but I'm still a little bit blind about how the game plays currently. Weird save. But there is an event, but I don't know if it's still in the game, where something like that happens. But it happens very differently to how that happened. Is it storming outside? Let's see. 850 points? Oh, man. So we need 3 signals. Let's see, yeah, we got that. That and that. There we go. And we'll ship this out. I have to turn on lights through there. Okay, it's not like the other one. But yeah, something's glowing. I don't know where. I'm going to take a quick power nap. I have to process a signal. Let's at least play this first. We did it. That's good. Negatives. It's a very precise signal. There we go. This one's a big positive. There we go. That is a gas giant done. Too noisy. Of course it is. Alright, let's send in the next item box. I guess while that goes on, I will do something else. Yeah, where is this blue light coming from? It might be like in the roof or something. Yeah, I'll pop one of these server disks in. Okay, we've cleaned up some of them. And this is just the drone here. Alright. So there's one on our, like, little roof area. Very atmospheric lighting, though. I really like that. Let's see. Let's take a look on the telescope, see if there's anything interesting. I don't even know if the telescope really does too much at all. It used to be inside of the server, well, not server room, but like the main console area of the base at a time. There we go. Oh, burger up here. Let's see. Ah, there's the light switch. Yeah, this is still on in here. Oh, the signals went down. I don't really know why this happens randomly. No, to me it feels like that thing just happens for like no real reason. And new daily task. 4 level 1s. Yeah. We have a lot of money. Well, I got some things I'd like to buy. Starting with a certain thing. Kerfer. this is going to help us pretty immensely. Let's see. Also, apparently there are 2 types of hooks. I don't know, but the other thing is scuba. That's a lot of money. Those 2 things are a little bit required for the next little plan of mine. That's a lot of money, but I've been told to buy a camera in the past. So yeah. When that signal sort of like gets finished downloading, I will take a look-see outside and see if I can figure out anything on this light source. It seems like it's inside the room. Also, apparently there's a graffiti out here. I don't think it's this. That's a goat there. Maybe it's just not here yet. I'm just not sure. Let's go up to the roof real quick. Should be able to get over there. I prefer. Apparently that's a achievement. Where is the server room at? There's that. Server room should be like this way. No? Okay, yeah, it's fully inside that room. It's just on me for thinking still that it's like outside. But yeah, we'll fix it soon enough. Wow, that scans. Didn't work. Get a very quick little map. But before I do that, let's greet our new companion for the journey. And also collect my camera and stuff. Here they are.
Meow.
The Kerfus. Our companion.
Meow. Meow.
Love it. Can't find a broken server. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to keep Kerfus inside the base. You deny your Kerfus their power. Okay. Alright. Kerfus, calm down. Griffs, I'm gonna need you to turn off for a minute. There's the thing that we were going to buy originally, which is a, what's it called? A 3D printer. And one of the items you can 3D print is one I was going to give to Kerfus, or use with Kerfus, that being, there's like a stand, apparently, that someone's made, that helps, stand them up for display when they're, deactivated. Okay, really high signal. Okay. I don't know how you're supposed to, like, pull yourself up to one of these, but that is what it feels like I'm supposed to do. I think it's just detecting that. Yeah. Yeah, dude's just chilling. He may be a freak, but he is a friend also. More importantly. Let's see. And now, let's think. Feels a little close, but not really sure. It's already downloaded. But the tender status is not right. So I'm not really sure. Everything looks fine through here at the moment. Every server is online right now. I think about it. Placing one of these inside the server room would probably help a little bit with its, atmosphere. Yeah. Should work. More coffee. It says 100. Don't know what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do not know what's going on there. Sit here. One, two, and that is 3. That said you're done. That was weird. It's actually being detected on radar. Yeah, it's just detecting anti-breather, I think. And now our classic number of 3 entities is a little bit wrong now, as we have all these little light sticks inside and other such. I don't know what's going on out there, but yeah. So what is on the thing? OYX. You can get X, Y, and then O, sorta. So, XYO. Yeah, I would have Kerfus on, but they have a battery life. And yeah, I'd rather not, like, blast through Kerfus's battery because they're funny when I need them to, like, do tasks a little bit later in the day. So yeah. Still, finally having Kerfus is pretty good. I know they're a little bit annoying to some, like a certain Swedish man would say. I think they're funny, you know. Alright, let's see what is going on with this. Nothing. Yeah, let's sleep a little more. Fix whatever server's down. I didn't mean to do that. That was a misclick on the 7 when I was about to go to 8. Not my greatest move, if you will. Fire extinguisher. Apparently the one in this room does not function, last I checked. Now, there is something I've been told when I was doing my whole freak out. Oh. You're real funny. Real funny. Hope you know that. So, this is a mannequin. A little bit different from the other mannequins. As you can see, it doesn't have a base. So, apparently, anytime you're not looking at it directly, it can move. Mailbox, this. Is, something. So if I go to this, there we go. So yeah, now we have a camera outside base. Let's see. So we're doing cameras. Printer is a lot more expensive. We'll probably be buying the desktop one in particular. And detector status is lagging behind. I guess that's all good. So, so we're going to X-ray first. That's my plan at the moment. Yeah, it's got to be that thing outside moving. Yeah, that's what I thought. Something just went down. Curves can't find a broken server. You know, we gotta say, spin. Oh my god, it just keeps going. You know what? Keep it up, Curfus. I don't know how to stop you. Let's find that freak of a mannequin. Because they gotta be around here somewhere, you know. Last time it was by our front door. So, you know. Okay, he's still here. We do things, the stuff like you, if given the opportunity, that is. Yeah, just a little bit of humor. Just a little bit of humor for you, bestie. Only the greatest of combinations that I can really think of. But yeah. Before I do that, I'm gonna break these open. And yeah, just in case, let's lock them up fully. I wonder if there is like a better way of breaking these. It feels like every melee weapon just does like the same sort of thing, honestly. After this, we're doing signals plus the thing up by Tango. A whole lot of coal. So yeah, one less box to break before I turn on the machine. Still, that thing with Kerfus is still killing me right now. Like, why did Kerfer do that? Science cannot answer. Anything like that. Goodbye. Yeah. So yeah, little point of reference here. That mannequin's fucking alive, by the way, and he is very unhappy with what's currently happening to him. So he'll be burning in there for a while, I'll guess. Well, if he is not counting as like an entity, I don't think. Right, there we go. Ooh, just barely. Every server's online, so should be good. And this is done. So yeah, server downloads are really good right now. And well, with how things are going, it could be due time to level up processing again. What was that? I think that might have just been the satellite moving. Well, you know, don't quote me on that, but it kind of feels like it. Let's go to X first. We're going to X and then Yankee. Well, we'll go like to TR2. Oh, right. Let's go to X-ray, TR2, Yankee. Yankee with brim, for a very outdated reference. And that also dates this series by saying it's outdated. Funny how that works. And we should have enough gas. Okay, what is going on with the car? Health's all good, but it's like weirdly loose or like floaty right now. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. The reason I'm looking around is because I think we're at like the day point where a certain little activity should be starting in the world, you know. Save error. A little roundabout there. It's like, I don't really get why some of these paths and stuff really exist out here. It's like, why would you need a roundabout in a national park where you're not even supposed to have cars to begin with? It's like all walkable. Ain't that like the point? 2315 CBFFCF. SV target Yankee. The whole satellite dish is just like in the way of that direction. I mentioned that binding of Isaac stuff earlier. There is also a secondary reason for why I plan to stream it, is that some guy on Reddit was making a OBS plugin / mod that supports binding of Isaac stuff, like having item overlay, stat overlay, etc. I thought that was really interesting. So I will probably, do that also on stream, for testing purposes and all that. Also, I don't know if this camera says that it prints stuff, so like it prints Polaroids or like what exactly? Which, I mean, given what it looks like, I would assume so. C8924660. And next up is Oscar, but Oscar will be a two-piece thing that we're doing. So we're going to Oscar, and then a little bit beyond Oscar for the purposes of secret finding in that direction. And yes, we could go get that safe, but I think that'll be more interesting for another time. But there is something up in that direction that I think will be very interesting to look into. We should have enough gas. Yeah, let's hope I didn't, like, just get, like, 15% of a gas can from burning all that coal plus that mannequin. I really hope that dude is, like, dead by now. Hopefully. Or else we got a problem. And that problem being that I can't open the, incinerator for the rest of time, just so you know. Maybe there's more than one barrel. I don't know. I would doubt it, but also, I don't know if the MREs in that barrel are actually safe at all. I accidentally ate one because they're 5 out of 4. And 5 out of 4 is last I checked, whenever I ate one. They're the ones that are food poisoning. Unless they're, like, unique. I don't know. Let's see. 14B6D. BABED. What? That's a weird hash. Trying to get alpha. We'll just target alpha, but we'll continue over through here. Because, you know, our scuba gear and stuff for getting that safe or whatever are currently at base, so we can't do that. But there is stuff to do. And while it will require us to go off-road, oh, there's a little break here. So there's this. You might be thinking, oh, you know, this is a, like an actual, you know, it's just the normal, like, walled-in area of the map, but it isn't. Or this is it. I think the way that you do this is grab the car and push it over. There we go. At least I think it is. There we go. Come on. It appeared there for like a second. And sit. There we go. Birch trees through here. Like the edge here. That, like, it kind of like looked like a silhouette there, but it wasn't. Oh, this is something. What are you? Coffee, pizza, MREs. Work in progress. New trees, test polygon, take some food. Interesting. That is pretty cool. That is not what we came for, but that is still a pretty cool thing. And now for the bad part, which is that now we have to get out of here. Alright, brake is on. let's go and deposit this stuff. Though I will have to ask Emmy, like, do I have to refrigerate everything for it to work, or what? Because, you know, roaches will eat your food if they are left out, and all that. Very annoyingly so. I do use the tower to orient myself a lot, and I think the dev does know this, because there is a supposed event I've heard of where the tower will just disappear at random. Like, not joking. It'll just disappear sometime. Something down there. Not sure. Almost done downloading. Play that. I think it's about time for any of the servers to go down. So I don't know why, like, nothing went down today at all, except for, like, the alpha servers inside the base. So I don't know. Also, you know, I'll be honest. I do like solving the math stuff, so, like, it might be worth it just to, like, sell the discs. I don't know. Invalid object. Oh yeah. And yes, I guess Kerfus did eventually fall over. So I didn't leave him on. So, you know. Apparently it was just a signal this way, but it's so close to the like, oh, it's like literally on the bounding box. Sensor error again. Well, sensor error instead of objects. Well, the only thing of food that I actually don't need to store now that I think about it is the coffee. So it's another thing of coffee at least. Huh, apparently, Emmy doesn't know about this area. So it might be new. Yeah, this patch of signals is killing me right now. Like, where is it? Alright. Let's take a little look-see in here. What's it? SD. Just a quick calibration. There we go. Alright, and he says, shove it in the fridge. Which, you know what? That makes sense. Given what I know. Yeah, I assume except for coffee, because, well, it's coffee. So. Oh! I just noticed. It's Vinny. Vinny's, face is on that. Oh, we left the coffee over there, I think. Oh, you know what? I should probably, leave this light stick down here to help make things glow a bit. There we go. Though it actually doesn't really help that much, because I would like to be seeing the stuff over here. So there we go. That's a bit better. Yep, he's gone fully. And this is 80 gas from all that plastic bag. Yep. Little creepy mannequin down here. Still weird and bloody in there. Right, fits perfectly in there. Still a lot of trash all throughout here. That little thing of wood is for burning as well. I think that I should probably send in my signal for the day. I should also move this. A little souvenir, if you will, of my escapade. Hey, Max and I stashed some of your favorite sushi rolls on the drone. Behind that old Connard's back. Not cheap buffet either. You better appreciate it, but keep at it. Good luck, AS, Moncherry, and Nara, and Maxine. Whoa, that is really cool. So I think maybe that's what I was hearing earlier when I heard the thing come around. Yeah, I'm gonna store that. Ow. Okay. Open the door, man. I shouldn't have collided with it. Oh yeah, refrigerator. It's probably a better place to put this stuff. There we go. I'll place this note with the rest of them. That's interesting. 3 things up there. And something down there. That is weird. Let's see. Purpose, do you want to go out there for me? Well, I don't think curves can really do much. They're just made to do server maintenance, so who knows? Probably in Tango again, because that's where I need to head up to. I guess we'll close up and make our way back over to Tango and give the car a quick repair. Well, I need to go grab that gas can. Before I do, before the sun goes down completely, I did want to check this. Let's go up here and get a good scenic view of the area. Nothing really seems amiss out here. Just the usual amount of weirdness, you know. Why getting on the ladder is weird sometimes. And I need to also head back in base and drink coffee, I guess. Because Kel is almost falling asleep again. Yeah, that's a problem. For obvious reasons. There we go. Coffee time. And go grab a gas can. Yeah, before I leave and all that. I have to wait on it. While it does that, I'll break a box or two. Another skull back there. I'm just saying, I'm not really surprised at the amount of, like, carnage in the base. What's the cuck chair down there? Like, I say that in a weird way, but also, you know, who's to say that it's not Mr. Nose's idea for that? Who's to say we know much of anything about the media developer? So yeah, that's right. So there's that one fenced-in area that we went to, and that leads to what is apparently a work-in-progress area. And given MRE's reaction to it, it's apparently a removed feature, question mark. So, it's back, either way. Now, there's something here. I've heard that inside of a log, not like a big log, but inside like one of these, there is a little reference to a YouTuber, the librarian, in particular. I'm just not really sure. I'm not 100% sure. And before I get totally lost in the fenced area, I will target base and such. See, I think over this hill, beyond the fence, there is something to see. Let's see. Let's try to find a good way to get in. Probably get over it, not through the water. I thought that like white thing I was seeing was like maybe like a little path to it, but you know, I guess not. So let's see. Restricted area. That's ever going to stop me. Yeah, this must be the intended way to get up here. Is through this log. So, either way, road safety laws, you have been ignored. A little sign there. So let's go up through here. There we go. This is the thing. The little area I've heard about. Very creepy little area. Let's have our metal pole out for posterity's sake. Yeah. Not really seeing much. let's see, ceiling. Not seeing anything in the ceiling. Since this is quite the trek to get here, I hope you do not mind, but I will be checking the wiki real quick. It would seem I may have gone to the wrong place. Maybe. Yeah, this is the abandoned house, apparently. Or whatever this place is called. But I was looking for somewhere very different. Because there's another place called the Abandoned Shed, which I am supposed to be looking for. So let's see. Now that I'm like looking, can I input coordinates? Right. I think we gotta like head back from here. So besides that, apparently what is wrote in this area, or like in the summoning circle, is Stolas, some weird demon. And I say that, and you might think, oh, Stolas, ain't that the guy from Hell of Boss? And yeah, you'd be correct. You'd be correct, but not in like a way that I'd like you to be correct. He's like a real demon or whatever from lore. Save error. So yeah, where is the thing? One of these signs should have that little log next to it to help me hop the fence. There we go. Alright. So yeah, when we get to base, we will not be sleeping, but we will be checking signals, processing, etc., and then we head out and continue this little night expedition as I look for a little thing, that being this shed, apparently. I wouldn't even call that thing an abandoned house what we went to. That is like a stone structure, I don't know, used for demonic summoning in some capacity. I don't know, don't ask me. Yeah, I'm quite sure you can type in coordinates on the console. Because I do not know where this thing is, supposedly. And everyone's like, supposedly on the map, because like, I have this little like GitHub map I've been using, but I've never been able to find it on there. So I really don't know. Let's see. And yeah, everything came out alright there. nothing there. So let's see. Keyboard remote control. I don't really know what that means. Is it like non-mouse controls for the thing? Sure. I will use this. Radar collars. I've been wanting to know how that looks for a time. And I'll turn up the processing level. Yeah, there's 3 things over that way. SV.target. Actually, I can't do that. POS.target 410.0 slash 25.0. Incorrect. Target. Well, it's like X 410.0 slash Y 25.0. I am not exactly sure how to type in the coordinate code. If so, yes, not target. Let's do X 410.0 slash Y 25.0. Okay, now that works. That's weird. So we're doing a little bit of internal investigation into whatever's going on out in the woods. Next time, with how things are going, I might need to see whatever in God's name is going on like directly west. For what is like tapping the where is tapping the radar 3 times over? Because whatever that is quite new. Well, new for whatever I'm experienced in. And again, the ATV is kind of like doing this thing where it feels extremely fast when it normally shouldn't be, as far as I know. I already passed it. That's where the thing on the wiki says this thing should be. I'm not really seeing it. Let's see, what outpost is this again? It's here by the cliffside. What to do is just check, like, did I put in the coordinates wrong, or what? Oh, yeah. What? 410 0 slash y. That's odd. It won't go to 410. So let's see if I type in like 400 slash y 25. That ain't right. We'll take a quick little screenshot of this. I don't know what's going on there. Just doing a quick phone a friend because this feels like a bug. Because I could maybe try and triangulate a little bit. Like, we're down here by W, I think. Where is this? Because the shed and that abandoned house are not the same thing, for reference. I actually found it on the map. It's by U. So it's by Umbrella. It's not Umbrella. Let's see, pink. Sweet target. U. Uniform. Of course. I literally never remember whatever U is in the alphabet. I always think it's umbrella or something, but no, it's apparently uniform. No surprise to me. Weird, like, squeaking noise. Want to be there's some, like, weird, like, feature where it's, like, all turning the, like, cursed mannequin into fuel, like, fucks up your ATV, like, until it runs to empty. That would be pretty interesting. As, like, a little, like, gag, I guess. Just to, like, kind of, like, fuck with you for doing that. Like, it's a... Here we are. Like, it's a lasting influence of that dummy, or whatever. So, dog wanted in bed, so I had to get him in there. So let's see. How do we get in? Drawers. There's a bed, paper, trash. Boarhead is. It's an interesting piece, I'll tell you that much. Shovel. Animal skull. This is a special little item. It's a surprise tool that'll help us later. Maybe. I don't think the word help is synonymous with what it does. But maybe. I will post this question for later is, can I clean this? Because if so, I might steal that chair. Like, no joke. Is there anything under there? Maybe like a boner or something. Yeah, a boner, if you will. Deer head. A little fucked up. But the goat head. Hate to say it, I'm taking that. Actually, more stuff up here in the ceiling. Signs, etc. I wonder why there's nothing really up here besides all that. How to get out of here? Fireflies. I'm gonna have to push this over here to get out. There we go. Now this. This is what I was looking for. Not really. I had no idea this was out there. Honestly, it is kind of fire. We now have a bit of stage dressing for the base. And you know what? It may be creepy as hell, and probably cursed as hell. You know, it's cool. Yes, should I be concerned why there are two buildings with creepy things going on inside? You know, probably. But are they aesthetically cool? Yes, very much yes. So yeah, now we know that, but also I'm gonna have to figure out why the coordinates were not working earlier. As in for why the X coordinate and the Y coordinate were like swapped. They were not just swapped. It was also just that the the X coordinate would not print correctly. Oh, okay, you are getting caught on everything here. Yeah, those two things were happening like back to back. So I don't know. Could be related because it's, you know, pointing to a cursed location, which that'd be interesting, but I kind of doubt it for being the actual reason. Open up the doors and, you know, get this done. Because, yeah, this has been a very, very productive stream. And we got a whole lot of stuff. Quickly throw this in here. Close the doors. And as our final little act for today, I guess let's find a place to hang this thing up. There we go. You can fix that in place, like, I don't know what it means by that. Very, whatever that is. It would appear I either forgot or like something changed while we were gone. So yeah, let's fix all that. Good enough. I'm gonna just rest up a little bit. Yep. That multiple signals is still going on over there. Makes me think that there's a certain story event going on over there that I just haven't noticed yet. And, well, I'm actually excited if it is that. Because I've been waiting. Nothing to ping. None of the servers are going down anymore, which is strange. Three level 2s. God. Yeah, so we're going to get that started on processing. One last thing. Well, I guess we will place the cursed skull over here with all the other weird crap I have. Sometimes I ask myself why I have all this, and you know what? Can't answer that. Oh yeah, shovel. Right. And the next report will also be our last report for this journal. That's our battery to sell in time. Let's order item boxes. So just order 2 of them for now. But yeah, I think for the moment that is all for today on Voices of the Void. Next time we're on, I plan to start cleaning up the base a little more by buying the mop and other equipment. and check out whatever in God's name is going on over here. That'll be very interesting. But that is for next time. And well, besides that, I will be gladly waiting and seeing y'all a little bit later for more Voices of the Void. So, bye-bye!